Here's the story time for how I got last minute Eras Tour tickets to night 4 outside of the Rogers Center. I'm gonna try to make this as painless as possible. It's gonna be one part and I'm gonna try to talk as fast as I can. If it's not fast enough for you, 2x speed is on either side of the screen. But I have trouble telling this story efficiently because it's just mind-boggling that it still freaking happened to me, and I am so incredibly grateful that it did. So in my Gracie merch, let's get into it. So a little backstory is that none of us got initial codes for the pre-sale. When the Canadian dates were announced, we all tried and we were all waitlisted for every single one of my family members. And for majority of the people I know, I only maybe knew like 2 people that got codes, and they weren't anyone in my immediate circle. So that was always a fun time. And then obviously the Toronto dates the past little bit have been dropping protective cues that people are still, as of today when I'm filming this, are going to be trying to get in for Saturday night. And so many people are being met with the same exact screen as we were, which was protected queue. You cannot enter. You were not a selected verified fan, which was really frustrating because obviously we hit a point of desperation where we contemplated buying scalper tickets, even though none of us could financially afford that and would not financially recover from that if we did splurge for it. So I got on a train at 4 in the morning on night 4 and went to Toronto because we decided very last minute that we were just going to go stand outside the stadium and try our hardest because we can't afford scalper tickets, and we were hoping that someone would be willing to sell face value or had an extra to give away. And I was the only one going to Toronto at this point, mind you, because 2 of our friends backed out. They were not able to go because of work and other reasons. And then my one friend who did come to the concert with me, she was delayed to getting to the city because she had a presentation she had to give in her one class and she couldn't miss it. So she was a few hours later than when I got there. So I was there all day, where she was only there right when the show was starting. So it was really on me for getting us these tickets. And I don't even know how I managed to do that. So I got to Toronto at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was on the train for like 4 or 5 hours and got on the go, went to my friend's house, got ready, did not film any of this because I was like panicking, trying to time everything of catching every go, catching every streetcar, catching every bus, catching everything on time so that I could get to the Rogers Center and stand out there for 3 o'clock when everyone was going to be lining up and the most people would see my sign. So when I got to the Rogers Center, I immediately unrolled my sign and started holding it up, and I will grab it. So here's the sign. She is ripped, battered, torn, like it is absolutely in a horrible condition, but it says, "I'm down bad crying outside the Rogers Center. I've been trying to work it out, so you should know that I'd be enchanted to finally see Gracie and Taylor." And I put a lot of effort into the thoughts of that because I was like, the people that I'm trying to find that are going to sell face value are going to be not scammers. They're going to be fans who get the references of this poster, but not just the Taylor lyrics, but the Gracie lyrics. I was trying to find my people, and I did find my people. I met so many incredible people while standing out there trading friendship bracelets and stuff. I also met amazing people when I came in on the go, went home on the go. My whole journey in general, I ran into so many incredible Swifties that I am so glad to be a part of a fandom for them because like everyone is just so incredibly kind and generous, and just I'm just so happy that I got to meet so many incredible people even if I didn't get these tickets. So I was standing out there till like 5 o'clock around 5 o'clock when this lady who was on the news approached me and she was like, "Bring some of your friends, come over to this tent and we're gonna put you on the news." So I grabbed a few of the girls that I had been bonding with while there and we went over and we were on the news. And then after that, I was on a radio station with one or two of the other girls, and it was just a very interesting experience, and I definitely embarrassed myself, but that's beside the point. But I kept standing out there and standing and standing. I went into Ripley's briefly to warm up because I literally couldn't feel my hands. It was so cold. And I took a little break, and Gracie was going to be on in like 40 minutes. So I was losing hope at that point. In my little vlog, like that clip where I'm like, but I'm still delusional. Gracie was literally about to go on soon. And I was counting it down, and I'm like, if she goes on and I don't get to see her, I'm going to bawl my eyes out. Because I'm like, I really wanted to see both her and Taylor. I got up out of the Ripley's aquarium and I went back outside about 20-30 minutes before Gracie was going on, and I sat out there holding my sign again and texting with my friend, and there had been some scammer stuff going on that unfortunately there were falling victim to, and I literally hate how greedy there are people out there and selfish people out there that are taking advantage of people. But it motivated me more. I'm like, I really need to secure these tickets because we need a happy ending for tonight. It got even colder, and then Gracie went on stage, and I almost started crying because I'm like, she is on stage right now. when this girl approached me and a few of the other people around me. And she said, "You guys are looking for tickets?" And I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "Are you guys all together?" I immediately was like, "No, I'm here by myself right now. Those two are together, she's by herself, and then those guys are together, because not all of us were together, and she needs to like know who she wants to pick to give the tickets, because we were not a group, and that she was not splitting up a group." Of the people that I was standing with, I was one of the people that was there the longest. When she was like, "Okay, well, I have 2 tickets to sell," there's 2 girls that graciously was like, "She's been here," referring to me, "it's like longer than us, give them to her." Which I don't know who they are and I didn't get their contact, but I'm incredibly grateful for them saying that, because I don't know who she would have picked to give the tickets to if they didn't say that. I just am so incredibly grateful that I was chosen of the bunch of people that also deserved tickets. The girl pulls me aside and she's like, "Let's talk about this." She's like, "I want to sit you down and explain to you exactly whatever, so you don't feel like you're getting scammed." Mind you, Gracie is on stage at this point, and I was like, "Oh my god, Gracie's on stage." I'm like, "I really want to see her." And she was like, "My brother's in there. We have floor seats." She's like, "I'm just out here because I bought these 2 tickets on StubHub from a scalper so that I could give them to a Swiftie for face value." She was from America. She was a middle school principal, and she was there with her brother, who is Canadian, to go see this show. And she bought these tickets at scalper prices. She paid $3,600 for 2 tickets and was there to give them out for face value. So I'm shaking and I'm sobbing, and she was like, "You know what, honey? I'm going to transfer you the tickets." She sent me the tickets. She's like, "What's your number?" She's like, "Go enjoy the show. We will talk about money later. Do not stress about it. Go enjoy the show. Run. Gracie is on stage. Go." I have never ran so fast in my life. My legs are so sore today and like yesterday and everything, because I never moved so fast. I didn't film a single thing of it, me going in, because I ran so fast. They didn't check me at security. I booked through security, tapped my ticket, got the fuck in there. Gracie was singing Us, so I got to see Us in close to, and was sobbing to the point that employees were like, "Honey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Someone just gave me tickets outside." And I'm like freaking out because my friend's not in Toronto yet. She's on her way to the stadium. So she's like getting there. She's pulling up to Union and still had to get to the stadium. Gracie's getting off the stage. I'm bawling on the phone with my sister. I met some really nice people in the merch line who were like cheering me on, even though I was hysterical. I bought merch, and then I'm sitting there frantically flailing around. I calmed down a little bit and was like, "I need to find my seats." Went over to my section. They were in the obstructed views, so we got upgraded. She gave us obstructed tickets, so we ended up getting physical souvenir tickets. We got physical tickets, and I'm like, oh my god, it just kept getting better and better. I'm like, I got in the night that I wanted. I'm like, I got to see Gracie. I'm like, 1.5 songs is better than no song. And we got physical freaking keepsakes. My friend got there in time for when Taylor was coming out. I was able to FaceTime my little brother for some of the show. It was such an overwhelming experience. And I thought because Argentina Night 3 got Better Than Revenge, I would never experience it in person. I didn't even think I was going to go to the show, period. But like, I got to go to the show, and I got my surprise song that I had been asking for since the tour was announced and Canadian dates were announced. Now, I know you guys are wondering, how much did we end up paying, if we did end up paying? And I did end up paying because I did not feel right sitting with them for free. She gave them to us, and she put so much trust into us, and she was like, "I have the money, I'm not looking for a profit or whatever." She's like, "I'm just wanting to get these tickets into the hands of Swifties." And I'm so incredibly grateful to her. We ended up sending $600 total for both the tickets, and that is such a steal for the memories that we got, and I'm so incredibly grateful to her. Karma is real. She gave us the tickets and then sent me a photo. She got to meet Taylor's mom. So pay it forward, guys, because like, karma is real, manifestation is real, and I am so incredibly lucky that me and my friend got to go, and I'm so grateful, and I'm gonna pay it forward if I can.